Welcome to Practical. We'll be looking at question 1 to 4. So these are the specimen. We'll be answering the question based on the specimen A to K. A is wheelbarrow, garden fork, shell, urea, fertilizer, cow dung, yam tuber, groundnut seed, rats, animal horn, oyster shell, and maize cob. So let's go straight to the question. Look at question 1. Question 1 says we should identify specimen A, B, and C. So A is wheelbarrow. A is wheelbarrow. A is wheelbarrow. Then B, based on the specimen I displayed, is garden fork. Garden fork. Then C is share. So that goes for 3 marks. So let's go to 1B. This space is too small, so let me be writing it on space. So 1B says states three physical features of specimen A, wheelbarrow. So if you look at wheelbarrow practically, what are you going to see? What are you seeing? I'm going to see a single wheel at the front. A single wheel. A single wheel at the front. I got 2. What I will see 2 handles. I'm going to see 2 handles at the rear. At the rear, 2 handles at the rear. Then I've got 3. I'm actually going to see a mental, mostly mental, sometimes a mental or wooden tree. A mental wooden tree or body for carrying load. You also see that. So these are the physical features of a wheelbarrow. So let's go to the next question. I go to the next question, which is 1C. Let's see question 1C. So mention 2 farm operations that are carried out using B. B is a garden fork. So 1C. Let's look at 1C. 2 farm operations you can use garden fork for. One for turning. For turning and loosening the soil. That's one use of specimen B. Then number 2, for harvesting or lifting roots. On lifting roots and tuber crops. So that's what we use the garden fork for. Then let's look at 1D. See, enumerate two general maintenance practice that can be used to carry out on D. That is very simple. That is 1D. 1D maintenance practice. 1, we should clean off soil or mud after use. Then 2, we should oil the prongs to prevent rusting or rust. To prevent rusting. You can also, number 3, you can also say keep in a dry place. That should be, that could be an alternative answer. Number 1E. 1E says state 2 uses of C on the farm. 1E. 1 for priming, or let me say trimming. Hedges, trimming edges and branches. Then 2, cutting grass, for cutting grass or harvesting certain crops, or for harvesting certain crops. That is 1E. Then 1F. So mention one simple farm tool that can be used to achieve the same purpose in each of the following of A, B, and C. That is 1F. 1F. A simple farm tool that can be used to obtain one by one, we have a head pan. I use head pan for A. Head pan for B. If you use if you use hoe, we use it in place of B. Then for C, we could use a cutlass. For C, we could use a cutlass. So that's the whole solution to question 1. That's the entire solution to question 1. Let's go to question 2. So this is question 2. Question 2 says, identify specimen D and E. If you go back to the specimen I've shown you earlier, so they are there, you can copy them out. So let's go straight to the question 2A. 2A. So identify specimen D and E. So D is inorganic, or let me go back. So our D is urea fertilizer. So let us be more specific. So 2A, D is urea fertilizer. Then E is cow dung. So that is solution to question 2A. Then, so based on the source, the specimen D is an inorganic fertilizer, while E is organic manure. It's organic manure. Let's see that. So my 2A, we have the urea fertilizer, open brackets, inorganic fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer. Then this is D. Then my E, we have cow dung, which is organic manure. It's organic manure. Then let's go to 2B. It says state 3 effects of excess application of D on the farm. So number 2B. 1, we have burning, farm, burning of plant leaves. Let me use the word plant. Burning of plant leaves. Then 2, increase soil acidity. Increase soil acidity. Then 3, pollution of water bodies. Pollution of water bodies. So that is the effect of SSD. Then let's look at 2C. It leads to deficiency symptoms on the major nutrient in D on the farm. So let's go to 2C. Deficiency symptom. We have 1, yellowing of leaves. Yellowing of leaves. Then 2, stunted plant growth. Stunted plant growth. That is the answer. Then 2D. It said mention one reason for the application of D in a fish pond. 2D. Why do we apply D on a fish pond? To encourage growth of algae. To encourage growth of algae, which serve as food for the fish. We said a food for the fish. So that is 2D. Let's look at 2E. See, enumerate 3 advantages of using E over D in the farm. 3E. 1, advantage of E over D in the farm. Improve soil texture and structure. Then 2, they are cheaper and readily available. They are cheaper and readily available. Number 3, they do not pollute the environment. That is another advantage. They do not pollute the environment. They do not pollute the environment. That is another one. Now look at 2F. Say highlight 2 precautions that a farmer should adopt when applying E on the farm. 2F. 2 precaution. Number 1, ensure it is well decomposed before application. Ensure it is well decomposed. Before its application on the farm. 2, avoid excess application to prevent scorching plants. We should also avoid excess of it. Excess application to prevent scorching plants, to prevent scorching plants. That is 2F. Then 2G is a mention to organic material that serve as the same purpose as E on the farm. 2G, organic material. Number 1, we have a poultry droppings. Then number 2, we have compost manure. So those are the alternative use. Okay, let's go to question 3. Question 3 said, state the botanical name of F and G. We've stated F. I have shown you before what F and G is. If I go back, you will see what F and G is. Yes, this is F. F is yam tuber and G is groundnut seed. So let's go back to question 3. 3A. 3A. It's the botanical name of F and G. So my F is Dioscora rhontodata. Then G is Arachis hypogae. Then B, 3B, is a list 3 cultural practices required for high yield of the plant that produces a F. Okay, 3B. 1, we have staking. Then 2, we have timely weeding. Then 3, we have mulching. So these are the 3 practices. Let's go to C. It says mention 3 industrial use of G. 3 industrial use of Z. Question 3C. 1, extraction, which is the groundnut signal. Extraction of vegetable oil. Then 2, production of margarine through hydrogenation of oil, production of margarine. Then 3, production of groundnut cake. So that is what it is used for, industrial use of it. Then let's go to 3D. It says states one nature of damage done to crop by H. So let's go to specimen H. So specimen H is rat. Okay, let's go back to the question. Okay, specimen H is rat. Say name one nature of damage done to crop by H, which is rat now. 3D. Nature of damage, it will reduce the crop yield and quality. Reduces crops yield and quality. They tend to destroy the entire farm. crop yield and the quality. So let's go to 3E. 3E. Say highlight 4 control measure of each. How do you control rat in your farm? 3E. 1. Use of rodenticides. Rodents are rats are classified as rodents. So the rodenticide is anti-rat spray. Number 2, trap by setting trapping or set your traps. We set traps. Number 3, the use of you can also put cats in your farm. The use of cats are natural enemies of rats. Use of cats, which is a biological control. Use of cats, or you can also write biological control. Then number 4, you keep your surrounding clean. Keep the farm surrounding clean. Or rats flourish in dirty environment, so keep the surrounding clean. So let's look at 3F. Just state 1 crop disease each caused by the virus on F and G. 3F. So for F, we have a yam mosaic. Virus disease. Then for G, we have groundnut roasted virus disease. So that is solution to question F. So for question 4, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Like, comment, and share with your friends. And you can also contact us for one-on-one lesson or tutorial in technical drawing, physics, maths, chemistry, further maths, computer science, AutoCAD, what have you. So you can reach us through the channel, or you contact us through the comment section. So let's go to question 4. Question 4 says look at question 4. Say identify IG and key. So I've displayed the specimen before. You can go back and check. So question 4A. So my specimen R is animal bone. I go back for clarity. So animal horn, it's not bone, animal horn. That's question H. Then oyster shell and maize cob. So we have, I made mistake already by writing bone instead of horn. So we have animal horn. Then we have a G. G is oyster shell, and K is maize cob. Okay, that is question 4A. Then form B is enumeratory ways of removing I from an animal, which is the animal horn. How do you remove I from the horn from animal? For B. 1 method of doing so is the use of hot iron. Use of hot iron. Then 2, use of caustic soda, use of caustic soda. Then 3, surgical remover. I decided to cut it out. Surgical remover. That's 4B. Then 4C, it says state 3 reasons for carrying out the operation in B above. Why do we choose to cut animal horns? So 4C, 1, to prevent injury to handlers, to prevent injury to handlers, those who take care of them. 2, to reduce aggression, or fighting, to reduce aggression or fighting. Then 3, to accommodate more animals. So the lesser they hunt, the more space they have. More animals per housing space. That is 4C. So let's look at 4D. It said, mention 2 benefits of including each of J and K in a livestock field. So for 2 benefits of each for J and K, 4D. So for this is K now. I'm going to go 1. Source of calcium. We want to know what calcium do for strong bones. Then we go to improve eggs share quality. Now that's for K. What about that is for J? I mean, supposed to be J first. Yes, that is for J, not K. This is for G. Then for K, now we go 1. Source of carbohydrates. It's a source of carbohydrates. To give what? To give energy. Then 2. It's also a source for fiber. Which is also give us, which also produce or give animals energy. Then 4E. So give one disease caused by inadequate supply of the nutrient contained in J and K in a feed given to an animal. So 4E. So for J, we have rickets, and what's the deficiency? Is calcium deficiency. Then for K, we have poor growth, and what's it? So we have is carbohydrate deficiency. So that is solution to the entire question. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do so, like, share and comment. See you in geography objective before the theory.